Today I want to talk about how to choose an architectural shingle for your house, which one is better, and what features to look for. So right here I have the three main manufacturers that you're going to come across here in Maryland. And the first thing I want to talk about is the tar strip. So the tar strip is your first defense against wind because they seal the shingles down, and so it's important to have a strong tar strip. So let me show you these three shingles in comparison to this other brand, which is an extreme example, but I'm just showing you this for the sake of this example. So right here we have three manufacturers. These are the three main manufacturer brands in Maryland, and this is another one that I'm just putting here for an example. But notice the size of the tar strip in comparison to each other. This one is so much thinner. It's about half the size of these other brands. These all are pretty much the same. This is an Owens Corning Shingle right here, and just look at the consistency as you go down. It's very important that you have a solid tar strip all the way down your shingle. Next, the nailing strip is important. So where the shingle is nailed, you might hear somebody say that their shingle has a large nailing strip, and that doesn't necessarily matter to you as the homeowner because it's more for the installers when they're up there on the roof. It's easier if they have something wider to nail on. But that phrase, that saying that it's a wide nailing strip, is a little bit deceptive because these shingles are actually two pieces of shingle coming together and sealed down on top of each other. And where they overlap is crucial. You want to be able to put a nail through both layers of this shingle. This is the bottom portion of the shingle. This is the top portion of the shingle right here. And when they come together in this nailing zone. But the key is you want to nail where they overlap. That is where you're going to get the best hold for your shingle. But unfortunately, some of these shingles, even though they have a large nailing zone, if you put the nail right in the middle of that nailing zone, you're not actually going to go through both layers of the shingle. And let me demonstrate for you. So right here, this nail is going through this nailing strip, and there's a thin line right here. It's kind of hard to see. That's the bottom. This is the top of the nailing strip. Kind of like this one right here. This is the bottom. This is the top. And if you nail right in the middle, see the two layers of shingles, this one and this one? This nail is actually not going through both of them. If you nail right in the middle, you just miss it. Same with this next shingle. If you nail right in the middle, you just miss the two layers. It's very close. And then the Owens Corning shingle, you're going through both layers. And another feature to this Owens Corning shingle is that this right here is actually a third layer to your shingle. So it's an extra layer of protection. That nail's going through 3 layers to hold that shingle down compared to this one layer or this one layer. Next, I want to show you the importance of when the tar strip seals down to the lower shingle. So for example, this tar strip needs to seal to the shingle below it. So if it's adhering to these granules, or if it's adhering to this surface right here, which is a little bit sandy, you're not going to get as good of a hold in comparison to how the tar strip holds to this fabric. This is a much stronger hold. And on top of that, these tar strips actually don't line up in the right way. And let me show you what I mean. So with this shingle, you want it to line up right there at the end. And watch what happens when I pick it up. The tar strip, you would think it would adhere right here, but instead it's like halfway on this section and halfway on the stone. So it's actually not the best hold. This shingle, same thing. The tar strip is adhering right to the granules, still not the best. And then Owens Corning, that tar strip lines up perfectly with the nailing strip. And that's going to give you a solid hold. The next thing to consider is the algae resistant shingle. So all of these shingles have a feature built into them to fight against algae. Algae is the black streaks on your roof. They all come with a warranty for that. I can't get into the warranty details on this video, but I will on my warranty video. Just keep in mind, if that is a concern of yours, there are other options like a zinc strip along the top of your roof that can help prevent algae. You can also get your roof cleaned. There are other options. At the end of the day, it's very important to read the fine print for your warranty and what is it covering for your algae and what it isn't covering. Each of these brands have very compatible warranties, but again, you really need to read the fine print. For example, it might say it has an amazing wind warranty, but when you read the fine print, and you have to read the fine print, you'll see that it might not be as great as you think it is. So keep an eye out for my video on warranties, and I'll go into greater detail. But again, all three of these brands do warranty their shingle up to 130 miles an hour, which is an excellent wind warranty. Compared to the one at the very beginning where I showed you the really small strip, that one doesn't even come close to 130 miles an hour, and we can all see why. If this video is helpful, please leave a comment if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.